listed for August children's literature in the quilting genre, and I wanted to share with you some of my favorite books that I used when I was teaching 3rd grade. So one of my favorites is the Patchwork quilt. And if you look at this picture, maybe it might remind you to this grandmother, this big mama, this mama, this Grammy, whatever you may have called your significant grandmother love. But it's one of my favorites. It's called the Patchwork quilt. And I won't tell you the story. And no, I'm not going to read to you. But if you want me to, I can make that happen. So this is a story about a young lady and her grandmother who is making a quilt. And of course, the quilts are made from clothing of different people in their family. And of course, that's where all the memories are held. And I won't tell the story, so hopefully you will read it and see how it turns out, because the grandmother becomes sick and the quilt has to be finished. So in them. And the theme, or the main idea that all these books have, is quilting, of course, and it shows the love of family gathering, or family memories being created or passed down. So I'll show you a portion in this book. It includes 2 in here, English and Spanish words, so it's another way for the child to learn the different Spanish words for English words. The quilt pattern, the Tamale quilt. If you look at that, it reminds me of teas, okay? Of course, tamales. Could be a good quilt for somebody who has an initial that starts with T, or a good way to put your scraps together. The instructions are given in the book along with the story. So this could be something that you can make a quilt and pass the book and the quilt along. This is the Tortilla quilt. I'll show you the features in this one. This is the quilt that was made here. Of course, any quilt that you make, you can make it the way and the color that you want. If you look at that though, it does kind of remind you of tortilla colors and features. It also has a recipe in the book on how to make Grandma Lupita flour tortillas. This is another way to get use of your bright colored scraps. And you could either purchase a pinata to go along with it for a kid's birthday party, or collect fabrics from different people to put together as a friendship quilt. Another book, the Pinata quilt.